share a kitchen with you, it's a big deal. It's all of a sudden a massive architectural project, right? For us to break the walls and all these things. And people don't realize that they're robbing the future of other potential types of use, right? When we create one type. So this is a form, which, you know, I've used the term defuturing to think about it, but also the proposal I made was that it could be viewed as unconstitutional in relation to the Multiculturalism Act. The idea of the Canadian Multiculturalism Act, it states very simply, there's 7 points. One of them says that difference or diversity should be viewed as an invaluable resource to the shaping of Canada's future. It's the idea of dynamism, of difference, is what creates an economy, rather than sort of a corrective measure that we need to make sure there's enough women and enough minorities on the cabinet, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, it's actually one of the most beautiful things about Chinatown is that a number of these buildings come with a form of architecture and also a lived experience of the people here that is vastly different than what's being proposed downtown. So as these new buildings come in, you know, how do we think about sort of mitigating some of their monoculturalism, right? And they're really doing it. Developers are being seen as these sort of like middleman between the city and the people, and they're supposed to have a kind of democratic or pseudo-democratic voice. And so a number of them have some pressure to maintain a Chinese heritage, right? So when this neighborhood the rezoning was completed in 2011, the rezoning increased the 6 stories to 9 stories, which all of a sudden brought forward a whole bunch of development. And then they allowed certain higher heights in the core, which is why you see 17 and 15 stories being erected right now. That's when this huge sweeping development came, and the year after that rezoning was completed, they designated this whole area as a National Historic Site. So the idea was, okay, developers, this is basically what the city said, developers, you can come in, you can increase height, but you have to preserve the heritage. And what does that mean, right? And there's no stipulation around what it means. Right now, obviously, it's been read as a kind of these visual motifs, right? It's being what we call misappropriation of certain cultural iconography, like taking a dragon and using it in marketing, right? It's become more of a marketing than it is heritage. So a number of the things we've been working on as an arts organization is how do we imagine sort of preservation beyond the visual? What is a non-visual preservation, right? And that's a very challenging question, and something that we started to really learn a lot about as we developed this site on this page.